elderly man touched a man's face, and from that day on, the victim would lose over 20 pounds daily. Within 2 weeks, the man was at death's door. Jason was New York City's most formidable judge. Every case he handled ended in victory. One day, Jason took on a lawsuit involving a mob boss. In court, the silver tongue helped the guilty mob boss escape conviction. The grateful mob boss promised Jason a significant favor and had his mother prepare a delicious meal as thanks. That evening, while driving home, Jason's wife promised him a surprise if he could successfully lose weight. This distracted Jason, causing him to accidentally hit an elderly gypsy woman with his car. The next day, the couple received a court summons. This posed no problem for Jason, as the assigned judge was his connection. The case was quickly classified as an accident, requiring Jason to complete only 3 days of community service. As Jason smugly exited the courthouse, he encountered an elderly gypsy man who muttered something about getting thinner. When Jason returned home and weighed himself, he was shocked to discover he had lost 26 pounds. That afternoon at a gathering with friends, Jason bragged about his weight loss success. He even joked that if the old woman he hit had been as overweight as him, she would have survived the accident unharmed. But things grew increasingly strange. In just 11 months, Jason's weight plummeted to 110 pounds. His wife arranged a medical examination, but the results showed everything was normal. Despite consuming enormous amounts of high-calorie foods, Jason's weight continued to drop rapidly. Sometimes skipping a meal actually accelerated the weight loss. Meanwhile, the judge also seemed to be experiencing problems. When Jason visited the judge's wife, he learned the judge could no longer see anyone and had also been touched by the same gypsy man who had only said, "Get thinner." Jason realized the situation was dire and feared the corrupt police chief who had helped them would suffer the same fate. Soon enough, the police chief began rapidly losing weight. When Jason visited him, the chief was unrecognizable. It turned out the police chief had provided false testimony in the case. Now everyone connected to the case was suffering. Jason decided to find the old man who had cursed him. After showing the man's photo around, an informant told him the gypsy man was 107 years old, and the woman who had been hit was actually his daughter. With this information, Jason went to find the gypsy community. As soon as he arrived, the old man accurately stated Jason's current weight and predicted he would become a skeleton within a week. On a nearby shelf sat 3 different dolls, one bearing a striking resemblance to Jason. The old man's granddaughter threw the doll to Jason and chased after him with a slingshot. Jason ran for his life. Fortunately, the judge, now transformed into a lizard-like creature, appeared suddenly and pulled Jason into his car. But as they fled, a large truck driven by the laughing old man charged toward them. The judge's car spun out of control in the collision. Simultaneously, a bus rushed toward them from the other end of the bridge. The movie is called Thinner.